Hola, hello, and what's up, people? So, that's stuff down here. I don't even know. You'll probably be able to see it, but it's nothing important. It's just cookie donut hat. So that's something I really gotta explain because this is my usual background. I have track in an hour, so I'm brushing my hair and stuff. I gotta be there at 3, so I'm gonna set an alarm now for 2:50. For 2:45 or 2:40. I'm gonna set it for 2:40. Set an alarm for 2:40. Anyway, this video is a little more serious than 1 second. Sorry, I actually have kind of good lighting now, and it's kind of hard. Okay, so this video is a little more serious than my other videos, I guess. My friend, it's not really that serious. My friend requested this video, a couple of my friends, because this video is what it's like to be an extrovert, what it's like to be an introvert. And along with this, I'm going to also kind of put anxiety. I have a lot of extroverted friends. That's not me. You won't see me walking and just saying hi to a random person. Definitely not. So I put a list on my phone of a couple things I just liked. A couple things. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to all of them. And of course, I'll say them and I'll put an explanation and maybe an example. I'm not sure. Let me find it. I forgot to say this, but please follow me on my socials in the link below and at the bottom of the screen. Number 1. Okay, being alone and being okay with it. So, I can sit in my room. I do sit in my room for hours on hours on hours, and I'm perfectly okay with it. I'm perfectly okay with it. I don't need someone to come in and talk to me or anything like that. In class, I can be in the corner by myself. Everybody else is socializing, and I'm okay with it. And some people was like, "Oh, you're sad today or something." I'm like, "No, I just like to be alone." It's a thing. So I keep looking out the window. Because somebody called to jump. Number 2, being quiet. Being quiet is a real problem with introverts just because we're quiet, obviously. But people mistake us being quiet for like, oh, you're upset with me, or you don't want to be here today, or obviously something's wrong with you that you are being quiet. And it's like, no, it's just I'm quiet. Either when I'm quiet, actually, this is most of the time when I'm quiet, I'm thinking about something just off, like in the distance. I'm not paying attention. I'm just quiet, thinking about something. Most of the time, maybe food for me. Other people, it's different things. Other introverts. Why are you driving so fast? It's just different things to different people. And I'm not for sure. That was either my brother or my dad. But if it's my dad, he's picking me up to go to track, so I have to finish this video later, so it'll be darker. Just a heads up. But yeah, being quiet is just an introvert thing that you got to get used to, and doesn't mean we're mad. Maybe for extrovert they'd be mad if they're quiet, but not for introverts. Number 3, low social battery. What I mean by this is our social battery. Some introverts, their social battery is consistent. Like they can hang out for 3 hours and it's dead. Introverts like me, my social battery is off the charts, not consistent. Just goes everywhere. I can be hanging out with friends or family for 2 minutes and then I'll be dead. I'll just be out of the conversation. I don't want to be there anymore. It could be 2 hours and then don't want to be in the conversation. I could be talking to them for 3 hours and I'm still into the conversation, but then like 10 minutes later I'm like, I'm done. Social battery just runs out. You don't want to be there anymore. You don't want to talk to anybody. You're done socializing. And that's a real problem, especially if you're like at a party or at a dance, because your social battery runs out. And at a dance, in my school, the dances, you leave when it's time to leave. So you gotta sit there just so confused on if you socialize with someone or if you just sit in the corner by yourself for the last 10 minutes or something. It's always bad. At parties, you feel bad for leaving early. Like, I'm sorry, I gotta leave early because I'm done here. So it's a problem. But for number 4, it's hard to talk to friends or family. You could be used to this person every single day, but you just it's hard to explain, but there's something about it. It's just you could be talking to this person every single day, and then you're talking to them one day, and you just can't seem to get into the conversation, or you can't seem to focus, or you get nervous around them, and you're so used to them, but for some reason you're nervous around them, family or friends, and you talk to them every day, and there's no specific reason, I guess. It's just an introvert thing. 1 second. What? Okay? Sorry, 1 second. That was number 4. Number 5. This is now about anxiety. Most introverts are known to have anxiety. Some introverts don't have anxiety. Some extroverts have anxiety. But a lot of introverts have anxiety, and a lot of extroverts don't have anxiety. It's just a thing. I'm not saying if you're extrovert you don't have anxiety, because some do. But as an introvert, having anxiety also does not make things easier, especially in social gatherings. Because say your social battery is up and running, and you're just a little bit anxious because anxiety is always there with you, and then your social battery runs low. Once your social battery runs low in a crowded space, your anxiety hits the roof, and it's so bad because I can say this: I have anxiety, and even if your social battery, even if you're in an awkward situation, so I'm gonna I like using zodiac signs. I love astrology. My astrology post right there. I'm a Scorpio, first sign, and my second sign's a Libra. And it's kind of hard because Libras like to balance out, and Scorpios for some reason like conflict. For me, I don't like conflict whatsoever, especially being an introvert and having anxiety. So when I'm in a situation where conflict's arising, my Scorpio signs in my head is like, say this, you want to say this, you want to get this over and say this. But my Libra side of my head is like, I don't want to get involved in this. It's too much. My anxiety is like between the Scorpio and Libra is trying to figure out which one it wants. So my anxiety is just rising higher and higher on if I should say this or if I shouldn't. And sometimes it leads to anxiety attacks. In a crowded space, like you go to the mall, or I've never been to a concert, but let's say I went to a concert, I would never go to a concert probably because my anxiety levels would be way too high to the point where I would have an anxiety attack at the concert. But anxiety is a really bad thing, especially with introverts. I keep saying extroverts. And I do have a little extrovert in me. I can do some things and just be like out there. I've gotten used to it, especially because I'm a very clumsy person. I've fallen in front of people a lot. So embarrassment is not a thing that I'm afraid of. A lot of introverts are afraid of embarrassment, not me. That's completely off topic. I don't know where that came from. Number 6, eye contact. So, this one's a problem for me mostly. I'm really far from the camera, and I have absolutely no idea why. But I'm just gonna leave it like this. But, eye contact. I love when your teachers, when you're presenting, when you do a presentation in front of the class, they're like, you make eye contact with the class. That gives you points. That's part of how you do a presentation. 1 second, I have something on my eye. That's how you do a presentation. It was eyelash. But me and eye contact are not friends. Me and eye contact are enemies. A lot of introverts and eye contact do not go well together because eye contact is also an intimate thing sometimes, but also it just shows respect sometimes. So when I first meet someone, what I literally say every time I first meet someone is, if I'm not making eye contact with you, don't think I'm not listening. I'm still completely in the conversation. I'm listening. But making eye contact with people, I don't know why I keep saying making eye contact with people for me is just weird and off the table. I cannot make eye contact with someone. The only way I can make eye contact with someone is if I really, really trust that person, or I'm so used to that person that I can make eye contact. Eye contact. Is someone knocking on my door? Okay. I was talking about eye contact. So yeah, eye contact. It's really awkward for introverts, especially See, even some people I've known since first grade, I'm in ninth grade, I still can't make eye contact with them when I talk to them. It's even worse when we have these masks on in school, because then the only thing I have to stare is their eyes, and I'm used to staring at everything but their eyes. But it's even worse for introverts when you are just wandering around or something, like you're looking at things, because we do that. Also, it's probably ADHD thing, I don't know, but we just look around and you make eye contact with this random person, and how many times that has happened to me is just actually happens to me every single day. I'm not even gonna lie, it happens to me every day, and I have to look away so fast because it is so awkward. And then it's worse because also introverts zone out a lot, so because we're always deep in thought and we think about things deeply, so we'll zone out and be looking at this one spot, and there'll be a person there, and they'll think we're staring at them, so it's just so bad. And again, I told you guys I may have to leave in the middle of this, so it may be darker when I finish this. 7. I kind of mentioned this earlier, debating on what to say, especially for me. Obviously, when you're in a group project or something, you want to say something, or you have this great idea and you don't say it. And sometimes another person ends up saying it, or sometimes it never gets said at all. And especially with my Scorpio Libra thing, or if you're in a conflict, your Libra side is like, stay at the conflict, please. I don't want to be a part of this. And my Scorpio side is like, you gotta say something. When it comes to drama, both my sides are just out though. When it comes to drama, I'm not in that. So when it comes to drama, knowing what to say or wanting to say something, just for me as an introvert, I don't say anything at all. 8. This has to do with anxiety also, and a little bit of ADHD maybe. Fidgeting. I've been doing it during this whole video. Hand movements, fidgeting with things, just everywhere. I keep doing this in my hair and then doing this. Just fidgeting in general, touching things, not being able to stay still, is anxiety and it's an introvert. It's not really an introvert thing. This is more of an anxiety thing. I said I'm going to talk a little bit about anxiety a little bit too. This is bad with anxiety because especially in some things during school when you do activities or it's hard to explain. They do activities or they want to do like this little thing with you, this little project, and like stay still or something like that, or you can't move, and then at this point move. It's like little games you play in class or something. I would never be able to stay still. I have to mess with something in my hand at all times. I just got this watch, but at all times I always have 2 ponytail holders on my right hand because I'm right-handed. I'm just used to everything with my right hand. And I'm always fidgeting with them, or I'm always just doing this or this with my hair. I'm always taking my glasses off and looking at them for some reason. Most of the time because they're actually dirty. I'm always just doing this with my pants or just messing with my finger or peeling things on my finger because I can't stay still. I have to fidget with something or I get extremely anxious. And I will finish this later because I have to go to track practice now. Okay, I literally just got from practice, and I literally mean I got here 30 seconds ago. So let me do a couple things, and then I want to finish the video before it starts to get dark out. Because it's supposed to be cloudy all day, and it's already 4:30. I did a little extra than what I said I was going to do. I made some food. The ice cream I did not make, obviously. It says Dairy Queen on it. But I got some ice cream. I'm gonna try to remember what I stopped on last because it's been over an hour since I recorded the last clip, so I don't remember what I talked about last. Number 9, zoning out. Zoning out also has to kind of do with the ADHD thing, but this is an introvert thing. We zone out a lot, just thinking about stuff. Our teachers could be talking about a lesson. We zone out. If we are on the bus or listening to music, we don't even hear the music. We're zoned out. There's not much can explain about that. Just zoning out. It explains itself basically. Number 10, being able to zone out while people talk to us. So what this means is we're not being rude. So this is just our mind process. and someone's talking to us, again, this has to do with not being able to look them directly in the eye. We wander around and look at things, or we zone out when we're talking to people, and then the people think that we're not listening to what they're saying, but we can hear exactly what you're saying and know exactly what you're talking about, while still being zoned out and not paying attention. How? I don't know. It's a talent, I guess. Number 11. Bad at making plans. So, this is one I strongly agree with being an introvert, because I am terrible at making plans. Little story time with this. This summer, with COVID and everything going on, you couldn't really go out anyway. But around the time where it started getting better, and then it got worse again. But let's talk about the time where it got better. Me and my friend were making plans to hang out at our downtown, because that's where everybody hangs out, around our downtown, stuff like that. And I actually live pretty close to downtown. I could have walked, but my mom was willing to take me. And we've been making these plans since yesterday. But I'm so bad at making plans that the day of, I was ready, but I got anxious to go, so I was like, maybe in an hour. And then I was ready to go and everything, but then I messed something up. I forgot something, or I forgot to do something, or something like that. I don't remember what it was. It's just something messed up, but the point I was bad at making plans. And she couldn't go anymore, because by the time I was actually able to go, or by the time I was just, my mindset was ready to go, she wasn't allowed to go back. She wasn't allowed to go out. So, bad at making plans is a huge thing. I have never hung out with my friends outside of school that does not have to do with the sport or after school activity. Never. Because I am so bad at making plans. People just gave up on me. Number 12. Not following my own advice. Okay, so people come to me a lot for advice. Apparently I'm good at giving advice. Good. A lot of people come to me advice for different things. School, relationship, just advice about, should I take this, should I do this sport or not? And I definitely don't know why they come to me for relationship advice, but I give them advice for all the stuff. And then when it comes to myself and taking that advice, I don't follow it. I'm trying to think of an example. So let me just bring an example right quick. I have an example, kind of. After school club, there's an after school club that I wanted to join. But I was like, should I join this club? I don't remember why I didn't join the club, or why I was even debating on joining the club. My friend wanted to also join that club. And I said, yeah, it's a great idea. Just because people say this doesn't mean that. And I didn't care what people said. I was going to join the club anyway. But there was something that stopped me from joining the club. And I was like, why didn't I take my own advice? I don't know. We don't take our own advice, introverts. We give people advice. And introverts, actually, a lot of people come to introverts for advice, and we don't know why. And we don't take our own advice. That's not just an introvert thing. Everybody does do that. Everybody gives people advice and doesn't take it. But that's one thing that I had when I thought of introvert. But everybody does it. Number 13. We introverts have a problem, obviously, with talking to people in person. Here's how it goes for me. I would rather talk to someone in person. And then if I can't talk to them in person, I'd rather talk to them over text. If I can't talk to them over text, I'd rather do phone calls, but I don't really like phone calls. And then over phone calls, I'd rather do FaceTimes, but I absolutely hate FaceTimes. And when it comes to which I'd rather do, I would rather talk to someone in person, always, 100% of the time. But introverts are awkward at talking to people in person, as we have established. So it gets very awkward and stuff. And we're better at talking over text. But I love talking over text. I can write paragraphs and paragraphs. But especially when you're explaining things, it's hard to do over text. And I would rather talk to someone in person, but we talk better over text, even if you'd rather talk to someone in person. It's a thing. I don't know why. 14. We do not like group projects. Like me, As an introvert, I'm like slightly okay with group projects. I like working with the group sometimes, but other times it's like they say partner up or they give you a group, especially if it's a group full of kids that's loud and very extroverted and you're the only introvert. It's a lot. So we don't like group projects as much as most people would, introverts. And then also in group projects, you want to get your ideas out there and speak up about your ideas, but it's so hard because it's just introverts. So that's it for the video. This video was just a video a couple of my friends requested because I have a lot of extroverted friends. Some extroverted friends were like, I know you're an introvert. You can be extroverted sometimes, but I know you're an introvert. What's it like to be an introvert? So I told them, well, actually I told two people. I was starting to tell them. I made the list. And then too many people kept asking me. I don't know why. So I was like, I'll just make a video. Go to my YouTube channel. So I made this video that I now have to edit. That I probably won't edit until tomorrow. We are on spring break. I don't know if I mentioned that. And that is all. This video. I'm glad it was different than my other videos. I do have 2 more videos, but they both are like 30 minutes long, so I have to cut them down. I don't know if I'm going to upload them 30 minutes or cut them down to 20. I'm trying to figure it out. That's why I made this video also, because those videos won't be done until probably like 2 weeks from now. And I needed a video because I haven't done one in 3 weeks, so that was just this one. Anyway, peace out, and see you in the next. Peace out, people. See you in the next video. Okay. Ow, I hit my hand. I hit my hand. Okay. Person that I can make eye contact. Is someone knocking on my door?
Does the grease come off?
Put something under it.
Where? Which side?
What?
Which side?
Under. 1 second. Okay. I was talking about eye contact. And then when it comes to myself and taking that advice, I don't follow it. I'm trying to think of an example. So let me just bring an example right quick. Okay. Anyway,